because I just got this memo from the Secretary of Defense's office that says we're going to attack and destroy the governments in 7 countries in 5 years. We're going to start with Iraq, and then we're going to move to Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran, and Iran, and Iran, and Iran. I said 7 countries in 5 years. I said, is that a classified memo? He said, yes, sir. I said, well, don't show it to me. He was about to show it to me. He said, because I want to talk about it.
With just 2 months left in office, President Donald Trump asked senior advisors last week about potentially attacking Iran's main nuclear site before ultimately deciding against it. That's according to a U.S. official on Monday, who said the advisors, including Vice President Mike Pence and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, persuaded Trump not to go ahead with a strike on Iran because of the risk of broader conflict. The meeting came just a day after a UN watchdog reported Iran had significantly built up their stockpile of nuclear material in a fresh breach of its 2015 deal with major powers. A spokesman for Iran's mission to the UN said the country's nuclear program is purely for peaceful purposes and civilian use, but that it was capable of preventing or responding to any melancholy adventure from any aggressor. Trump has spent all 4 years of his presidency engaging in aggressive policy against Iran. In 2018, he withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal and has imposed economic sanctions on various Iranian targets. Trump also ordered a drone strike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani in January, but he has shied away from broader military conflicts and sought to withdraw U.S. troops overseas. A strike on Iran's main nuclear site at Natanz would pose a serious foreign policy challenge for President-elect Joe Biden. Biden's team has not had access to national security intelligence so far due to the Trump administration's refusal to begin the presidential transition.
We're going to turn now to that new report this morning that President Trump considered a military strike against Iran during a meeting just last week. Chief Global Affairs Correspondent Martha Raddatz joins us with the latest. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Robin. There's been concern inside and outside the Pentagon for weeks that President Trump would order a military strike on Iran's nuclear facilities, especially after he fired the Secretary of Defense and several others in key positions, replacing most of them with ardent Trump supporters. And this morning, sources confirmed to ABC that Trump asked his top national security advisors what options were available to take out those nuclear sites. But Trump was talked out of military action, with those top aides warning him it could lead to a bigger conflict. But tension over Trump's intentions in these last few months remains, Robin.
I can imagine so.
A scientist believed to be the driving force behind the now disbanded Iranian nuclear program has been killed on the outskirts of Tehran. His car was reportedly blown up and then came under fire. The Iranian Defense Ministry has called it a terror attack, while Tehran's top diplomat has said he believes that Israel was behind it. Israel itself has yet to comment on that accusation.